Today, I will teach you how to color a red silk ribbon and make it look 100% 3D and real. In light of Valentine's Day approaching, I am modeling this ribbon on a Cupid. I'm Lisa Mitrokhin from It's Easy to Draw Art Academy, and I teach insanely cool and impressive looking colored pencils effects that are actually super easy if you know the right steps. So first, go grab your brand new Cupid illustration. As always, there's a clickable link in the video description and in the pinned comment. Click it, follow the instructions, print it out. I recommend printing on light, warm-toned paper. Mine is cream. I'm working on 60-pound recollection cardstock. We don't actually need our paper to be toned for the ribbon coloring, but it will enhance the marble effect. I also recommend coloring the marble first. Otherwise, the bright red colors may cause some powdery red or pink smudges later. We definitely don't want that. So, before I even start the ribbon, I'll give you my 6 steps for achieving this textured marble look, also by popular demand from another video. Step 1. Apply white highlights to the lightest area of this grayscale coloring page with either a white charcoal pencil or a white Prismacolor pencil. I'm using white charcoal. Step 2. Use dark brown to shade over the shadows. This is a grayscale coloring page, so all the shadows are already there for you. Step 3. Use a white pencil to blend the dark brown. This is what creates that strangely bluish marble shadow look. It's crazy! This white pencil alone actually makes our warm dark brown look like a cool blue. Very neat trick. Step 4. Use a mid-tone brown, greenish brown, or an ochre brown to blend the two pigments. I'm using burnt umber. Fine-tune your shadows and cracks with this color. Step 5. If you want the gold inlays and the marble cracks like I have, come in with a yellow ochre. A strong yellow or a yellow-orange will work here too. And finally, step 6. Add solid black here and there, but don't overdo it. And try to keep it somewhat random, like there's dirt or grime stuck in some of the stone imperfections. And that's it. This is the awesome marble effect in a nutshell. Now onto the ribbon. If, like me, you're working on toned paper, any color toned paper, any color other than white, start with establishing your lightest areas first. I'm using my trusty white charcoal pencil for this, and I like to fan it out with a clean paintbrush. You may use a Q-tip as well. You may also just use your regular white pencil for this step. I like white charcoal though precisely because it's a little bit powdery and I can quickly establish an already beautifully diffused highlight without any real shading. It's faster and the effect is stunning. On white paper, of course, this step is not needed at all. You can just go straight to red. Pick a nice, bright, clean red. I selected Scarlet Lake from my Prismacolor set for my main red. And what we want to do with this color is fill in everything on this fabric, leaving just a few highlights untouched. Notice how much of the white charcoal I'm coloring over. Why bother, you may ask? Why not make tiny, thin slivers of white highlights to begin with? Well, for smoother blending. With a strong overlap of white and red, I have a base for my red. I have enough spill now to control just how smooth or sharp my gradient transitions are. All of you who are already going through my flagship course at the Academy, How to Use Colored Pencils Like a Pro, you guys already know all about smooth and sharp gradients, the difference between them, and how to achieve them. For those of you who are new to these terms, a gradient is any color transition. Every time a given color gradually transitions into another color, that's a gradient. On this sunset example, we're looking at a smooth gradient. The colors take their time to transition. Whereas on this shiny reflective metallic surface, we are seeing a lot of sharp gradients. The colors change quickly and obviously, but they're still blending one into another. Here on our silk ribbon, we will practice both, but we'll have many more sharp ones. Because the ribbon flows and twists, we'll see some parts of the fabric that are kind of odd and basically flat, but we'll also see a lot of wrinkly and folded areas, and that's where our sharp gradients come in. Now we bring in our white pencil. This time, it's important to use an actual white colored pencil, not white charcoal. White charcoal doesn't layer over wax pencils. We can do wax pencils over white charcoal, but not the other way around. So it should only ever be used as the very first layer. After that, we rely on our white pencils. This Prismacolor white is acting as a blender right now. Actually, we can see the first signs of silk happening already. It's extremely important to avoid strong pressure on our coloring. All of these amazing hyper-realistic effects are only possible with proper application of colors in the right order. And with layers and blending, never with pressure. I know that burnishing a page can be fun and strangely satisfying, but it limits our ability to add more colors later. So if you burnish now, you will lock yourself out of high contrast later. Some colorists like to burnish effects like these because it actually creates instant shine, but that's not a desirable shine. It will not convey the illusion of silk. It will simply create slippery, shiny areas of solid color on your page. And if that's the effect that you're going for, like on an Art Deco piece for instance, then using metallic pigments is a much better option. Here we want to create a photorealistic effect. This silk needs to look like silk no matter how we turn the page or how the light catches it. Okay, got your red all blended? Now pick a burgundy that you like. I'm using Tuscan Red. And with this deeper red shade, again, a Pencils Pro reference, my students know exactly how to create and control their shades of colors and why. With this shade of red, we're building up more of the 3D look, but also enhancing a high contrast that's always present in silk. Silk is highly reflective, and it's that full range of black and white through a given color, in this case red, that tells us that something is made out of silk. I am a huge fan of teaching you guys why certain effects work, not just how they work. Oh, and on that note, if you want to take your red silk effects even further, I just launched a brand new guided coloring course called Vintage Valentine. In this easy-to-follow, emotional vacation of a program, I teach how to properly work with grayscale images, some advanced layering and blending techniques, how to enhance your art with mixed media. There are even sections on portraiture, how to approach facial quick draws, and how to use dramatic shadows to your advantage, along with many other topics. It's an experience, and it's made with pure love. So I invite you to fall in love with coloring in a whole new way in this beautiful and romantic course. And one of the most important elements on that project is this glorious red silk dress. I will guide you every step of the way on how to complete it, and after this ribbon tutorial, you will certainly have a head start over other students. All the same principles will apply, but because it's a dress and not a flowing ribbon, some steps will be a little bit different to account for form and lighting. Make sure to join Vintage Valentine. Just go to the academy, it's easytodraw.com, you can't miss it there. And you have plenty of time to complete it and create your own vintage masterpiece, good enough to hang on a wall or gift to someone special. This portion of the ribbon is now looking very much like red fabric, but it's not quite silk yet. For silk, we need to bring in pure black. And its use here is a little bit different than what it was on the marble. On our statue, we added black to suggest imperfection, deeper scuffs and cracks, grime, dirt, and so on. Here, it's actually how dark the shadows of the silk fabric are. This isn't something black on the surface of the ribbon, this is actually the high contrast that I was talking about earlier. Shading with black over red and burgundy is once again creating new and darker shades of red, and those gradients are getting tighter and tighter. And here's where you'll know if you applied too much pressure or not. If you burnished your ribbon, adding black will be tricky to say the least. In some cases, impossible. And in some cases, it will actually dig holes in your beautiful coloring. We definitely want to avoid that. So if you followed my advice and layered smoothly and confidently, letting the pencils do the blending for you, you will actually find this portion of the coloring very satisfying. It's like magic, or even digital painting. I genuinely feel like I'm just touching the page and all of a sudden the perfect black gradient appears. This is effortless. And that's what we ultimately want to get to. Easy, pleasant coloring experiences that produce amazing results. So again, for longer step-by-step guided projects like Vintage Valentine, or even the university level courses like how to use colored pencils like a pro, make sure to join our academy. It's easy to draw, just like this channel. Link below. And speaking of links, if you didn't get this coloring page yet, that link is down there too. And it's my gift to you, completely free. Go get it. I want you all to experience this and to succeed. Once the entire red silk ribbon is done, it's possible, and quite likely actually, that some of the white luster has gotten smudged or powdered over, or maybe we just shaded too deeply into the white highlights with our reds. Regardless, if you look at your final version and you see pure red and pure black, but you do not see pure white, what you want to do is come in with just a few brush strokes of basic white acrylic paint. No water, no blending, just dry brush. Make sure your brush is clean and soft, and then just add a few strokes to the areas that are meant to be the lightest. Pretty cool, right? Now that you know how to make this ribbon red, follow this tutorial to make it gold. If you already did that one, which at this point nearly 50,000 of you have, then you want to apply your new red silk shading technique to this beautiful realistic rose coloring. Also very fitting for Valentine's Day. Either way, have fun, remember to keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.